Hi there, welcome to Book Club. This is Belinda. Today's topic to get us started is Truth, Secrets, and Lies. The first book that we're going to talk about today is We Are Going to Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. You may know her from her acting work. This book here is a collection of true stories from her life. It came out in 2017. I expected this book, I just recently finished it. I expected this book to be lighthearted, funny. It was quoted as being honest, self-portrayal, portrait, I guess, of her life. And it was all that, but it was also much deeper than I expected it to be. Dove into topics of racism, and she had been raped, so she talks about that quite a bit and how those two things especially affected her in her life. Very good stories. I was pleasantly surprised that this was deeper than I thought it was going to be. The second book is a book that I have not read yet, and I will probably be reading this week, is The Freedom Writer's Diary by Erin Grau. I hope I said that right. This book is based on, I believe it is also a true story. I could be wrong about that, but I think it is. It's based on a California high school teacher, and she interrupts some people in her class by intercepting a note that is racist. So she goes off on them and she starts yelling at them, and she says, she starts talking about the Holocaust, and they're not sure what she's talking about. So she goes into teaching them about the Holocaust through diaries, and this book will take you through what happened. And it sounds very interesting, and I can't wait to get started. Our next book is The Prayer Box by Lisa Wingate. This book is about an older lady that passes away, and a young single, I believe she's a young single mother who gets paid to clean out the cottage where this lady had lived. And in doing so, she finds 81 prayer boxes, one for each year of her life, and she starts to go through them, and leads to some self-discovery, and some very interesting and heartwarming things happen in this book. So I can't wait to get started on this one. The next book, one of the ones that kind of started this topic of truth, secrets, and lies, is Sunburn by Laura Lippman. This here is the audiobook version. I am a little more than halfway through this. It's pretty good so far. It's very interesting. The title character is Polly, and it starts off with her vacationing with her husband and child, and she's facing a failing marriage, and she decides to up and leave without a word. So she stops in a small town and puts down roots, temporarily, I guess, not really putting down roots. She stops there. She's not sure where she's going next, and she gets tracked down by a PI, but that's not hired by her current husband, and it takes us a while to find out why he's there and what he's doing and who's behind it. This is very interesting, very intriguing mystery here. So pick this one up, pretty good so far. The next book I want to talk about that I'm also almost a third of the way through, I guess, The Last Mrs. Parrish. This is by Liv Constantine, getting a lot of press as being a really good book, so I thought I would pick it up, and so far it has not disappointed. The story on this one, the title character, Amber Patterson, who's in her 20s, she wants to pick up a rich husband, so she infiltrates the socialite network and befriends Mrs. Daphne Parrish to seduce her husband. And the big question is, how far will she go? She pulls some tricks, and some things are happening that makes you question what she's going to do and who she is really dealing with. So this is The Last Mrs. Parrish by Liv Constantine, and I can't wait to finish it up. The next book is Truth Witch, and this is by Susan Dennard. This is based in the fictional place The Witchlands, and the title character, I hope I'm saying this right too, I have a hard time pronouncing names sometimes, Sophia is a truth witch, and she can tell truth from lies. And this is a much sought after talent in her world, and she has to keep it hidden. And she befriends a witch, Isnalt, who is a thread witch, and she sees the invisible ties that binds the people around her. So, very good story. It sounds like from the back. I'll read this week, and I will post an update on Goodreads of what I think of it. So check this out, Truth Witch, Susan Dennard, and it sounds really good. The next book, I picked this up at the book sale. If you looked at my little quick video of the book sale my church was holding, I picked up a couple books, and this is one of them. Jack Reacher Stories by Lee Child. I believe there are 12 stories in this book. I haven't read any Jack Reacher stories so far, but in one of my book clubs, there's high praise for how they're written. Lots of action, lots of pulse pounding, thriller vibes coming from this, so I picked this up. The stories range from when he is a teenager. There's some stories when he's an MP, and then goes to later in his life when he's a loner. No suitcase, no destination, but trouble always seems to find him is one of the taglines in this. So I will be reading this soon. I will keep you updated. And the last book is another book that received a lot of acclaim in 2017, is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. And I hope I said that right as well. One of the quotes that I really liked about this book is by Time magazine, and they say, "A novel about truth, some wonderful, some terrible, that children know and adults do not." So it was really, in addition to all the press that this book's been getting, which is quite a bit, that is one of the quotes that really caught me and caught my eye and led me to pick up this book. The book itself, on the inside cover, I believe, it says, the title character is a middle-aged man returning to his childhood home after a death to attend a funeral. So he's drawn back to a place that he used to visit a lot with his best friend when he was 7, down a farm lane and to a pond. And this 7-year-old friend had always referred to the pond as an ocean. So that's where the ocean comes from in the title. And I can't wait to read this. Thank you very much. Please leave your comments of books that you would like to read that are similar to these, with truth, secrets, or lies, and tell me what you thought of these books if you have read them already. See you next time. Bye.